Hi, Gordon Pilcher here. I'm just running up a map. I've been sort of following one of Colonel Failure's gameplays, which he'd been trying out a map for some guy called John. And I was quite intrigued with all the really well laid out track and industry. I'm going to turn some of this stuff here off so it doesn't look so. I'm running, I've actually managed to get 997 mods working on here and running in 4K, so I don't think I'm not recording it in 4K, it's not doing a screen capture in 4K, I'm just doing the screen capture in 1080. I was just curious to see how well this would run, and my son has just put the same program, Transport Fever 2 on his old cheese grater Mac, which is, probably 11, 12 years old now, running, dual Xeons. And we're just curious to see how well I just noticed tonight that as I did this, Irving Games did an update for Transport Fever 2, and it seems a lot less glitchy. I'll just go to a... In fact, I'm finding that's pretty smooth. I'm only running an AMD 8 core, I can't remember the actual processor speed, 64 gig of RAM. I can't remember all what I've got in this thing. I built it about 12 months ago. And it was struggling there for a while with this. It's sort of getting laggy at times, but with this update, I'm really impressed. Once I got all the different mods sorted out, what works well and what doesn't, not that it doesn't work well, what is sort of worthwhile having. Like I'll be able to set up my industries a lot better looking than what they are in the base game. I'm really like this here. It's not too bad. It's pretty smooth, and we're capturing it off 4K screen capture, albeit it's being recorded at 1080. I'm pretty impressed with that. There's so many mods running in there. Finally figured out how to use this British Mods railway. And like I don't know all the different trains, or not that. But I'll tell you what I will show you though. Finally got it working. Now look what side the road vehicle we're running on. Click on that bus. Get the ticky to us. Now these all seem to be working fine. All the buses have mirrored, so they've got the passengers aren't getting out in the middle of the road, which I was a little bit concerned with initially, and I'm really pleased. I've got I'm not sure they duplicated this mod or not. I noticed there was 2 versions of it. Looks like these buses need replacing. I've locked the date down at 1950 because I just wanted to, what I'm going to do is run the map and see how it all works out. I found some nice, really, these I can have really massive I think up to about 10 actual stops in there now. But I might just do this and I'll pop it open so we can have a look at it. Sort of thinking about 6 things at the moment. Trying to multitask. But I'm a human, I don't multitask well. My threads aren't that good. also running a whole new colour system. Ah, yeah, something to show you is this. And buildings. What happens when I open it? Look at all these. Here, 10 lanes. I can have it 180 metres deep. I have no idea what I would do with a bus depot like that. No. It comes in handy because if you're bringing in, you've got your logistics going off to your town. I'm running one of the industry mods, so if I just, well, several of the industry mods actually, and the it's almost put the game back. Oh, I don't want to do like that. Twerp. So you can sort of see I've got the mail and I'm not set up, finished setting it all up. Like you can pick up garbage and and take it to a recycling centre. You pick coffee and send it off to the coffee factory. When I saw that map being run, I was really, really impressed just with the layout of it. I mean, I tend to use this more because for model railway because even this is not a big map. I think it's the extra large one, which is the large is about 16 kilometres by 16 kilometres. But if you put this on a baseboard and build a model railway, that'd be a pretty big railway, and it's blooming expensive to build. You've got all these different industries. The thing I like about this is compared to the model railway, this is interactive. Let's see if I've got my. Yeah, I have got the oil rig running here. I think I saw Colonel Failure with us because he commented about the. But I've also got a lighthouse somewhere. There's that many rows of stuff here. Trying to think what it was under. It's going to take me forever to go through all this stuff and actually. And there's another one. I don't think what it looked like now. Some of this stuff here is going to be handy for dressing up the map. That's I'm going to record it in 5-year periods, so that trolley bus doesn't need that trolley bus road I found, and I couldn't get my head around that trolley bus road, so I haven't used it at this point. I was trying to think what that lighthouse was under. Not under that. Let me think. I'm not sure how well the search in here works. Here it is. What I can do is, I've only got a narrow waterway there. I might have to clean that up a bit and plonk it out here somewhere. So my tugs or shipping doesn't run aground. I deliberately wanted it out of the. I'll probably be putting a harbour here somewhere. Kuro. These are all Aussie names. And because I'm running Sandbox, I can just plonk a harbour here with a refinery in it and max it all out and then pretty it all up. Since I'm noticing I'm getting this artifact then, I'm not sure whether it's just a glitch, and I'm also running the I might have to turn it off, the experimental map sizes. I just noticed that came up tonight, and I'm having trouble. Since it came in, I'm having trouble building road bridges with it's a problem or not. Now, what I like about this mod, this industry mod, it actually dresses these farms up. Few sheep in that one. Like, these are all ploppable. You can go in and grab them out of the steam workshop. There's one with cows in it. There we go. Because the other night I wasn't running that particular mod. This one here is showing a cow there, and I was a bit concerned that we're not eating horse meat. Also got that autumn. Yeah, I think those are done by Mad Hatter. I don't remember who's done everything on here. But what I do like now is these track instructions now actually under the rail, and I use these a lot for doing. Getting a lot of these artifacts. I don't know, we were really getting them before. This happened since the upgrade. These are brilliant because I've got to repair it. I realise I've set the town up a little bit messy over here. I need to split these lines a bit better. I want like this line here, that's going around there, that will circumnavigate the outer rim of the land mass, and then I'm going to have another, when I say circumnavigate, it'll go both clockwise and anti-clockwise. At the moment I've just got it running from point A to point B, and then we'll circumnavigate these inner, and then we got dy over here, which will just be a branch line, but I wanted it connected into the one. You'd think they'd be playing cricket, wouldn't you, in there? Looks like the Melbourne cricket ground. Oh, the cricket, or AFL and rugby and up in Brisbane. Well, you know, it's got a stadium like that, and they call that one the Gabba, and they call the other one the MCG. I actually misread that. I thought that was cool. Wallen Gabba. That's why I plonked it there, thinking I was being real smart, and I came back and it's not. It's Woolgoogler. I don't know. I only live here. I can't pronounce half them. So yeah, that's how that's working. I'll just jump back onto. We are going, are we? Now we'll pick up a train and just have a bit of a ride on one. train which picks the oil up from over here and brings it down to the refinery just here. Kind of like being able to use these British, not that I understand British rail that well, never been to Britain, so we'll call this some strange isle out in the South Pacific, which is where all the which we're trying to colonise, you know, and it's all the rejects from England who stole bread or whatever. So it's got to be a little bit British, but with Australian names, you know. I probably just offended somebody by saying that, but anyway. Offence is taken, it's not given. So as I say, yeah, the reason, I mean, like, I think my first model railway when I was a kid was just a Hornby system. I'm pretty sure that had blood and custard rolling stock. It was an old clockwork one, you know, way back before they had electric trains. Remember, we used to get really, when I was a kid living in New Zealand, you could get really cold in the mornings, and if you wound the thing up in the morning, you could break the spring on it. The spring would go brittle, and you'd wind it up and snap the spring, and then you'd have to send it off to the watchmaker or jeweler or something like that to get them to repair the spring. And then as time went by, my kids got interested in model railway. We started doing the electric railway. I think the biggest one I ever did was my 2400 by I think it was 1800 wide. And the problem with that, you can't reach them unless you got to, when you're building them, you got to think about where am I going to have to get in and manage this thing. And do I? You can cut a hole in the middle to work from. But that's sort of, the kids didn't appreciate me having a big hole in the middle of the railway. I don't think they realised I couldn't reach that far. You know, lengthwise I couldn't. Anyway, I had to reach it, try and reach from the side, but when you're 1800 wide, the best you can do is reach 900 and, yeah, and that way it's a lot harder to work. But this here, I can get the same, they get a better effect with Transport Fever 2 than I ever would have with model railway. This thing's interactive. Like that just picked up oil, now it's actually going to deliver it. On a model railway, everything's sort of, you pretend something's happening. I suppose we pretend here, but like this is not real oil, it's cyber oil. I don't know if you can call it cyber oil, but it's actually doing something, if you know what I mean. I think you know what I mean. I hope. Why didn't it go through? It's supposed to go up the other rail, up the other line there. Had a waypoint put on there. So it didn't come up the side. Every now and again I know it'll get you a little bit confused as to where it's there. Something's happened there. What I'll do, there's bound to be a signal here somewhere. There you go, done. Use a signal as a waypoint. Now, did that train get confused by that? Oh no. So now it'll go through. Yeah, I found that you can actually, for situations like that, you can actually just use your signals for your waypoints. Save them, there's little dots everywhere. But no, that whoever that guy was that did that one that Colonel Faye was looking at, just absolutely awesome, you know. You know, the big depots and whether how long it'll take me to get to that point, I don't know. You've got to have a pretty good imagination on where you're going with it. Yeah, so this is this one here in 1950. As I say, I've locked the date so I can get some construction going on. I wonder if I can show you that. Yeah. Down here somewhere I tried to build a road bridge just here. It all went back to the right shape. I wanted to put a bridge over that. I'll just wonder if I can demonstrate it. The issue that I'm having. We'll just try and draw a now you have to hit the M key. And look at that. And it won't build the bridge. You watch. I like the fact they got scroll bars on here now. It's 60, no, it's 60, I might be able to build it now. It's not where I wanted to build it. Am I going to end up with that ugly, big sharp piece on either side of it? I'll just click that off a minute. At this angle. Yes, it's done it again. I wonder if they're going to put a fix rack like that. Now with this thing, they've changed it, and you got to sort of click on it and choose them. I don't like those bridges that don't have supports, they look ridiculous. I've never seen a bridge like that. Not in real life. I don't really want to have one in pretend life. Oh, that one's got too much slope. Now, is it too high or too low? How do I get a rectifier on it? Problem I have is I only got one arm that works, and I could do this. I'm not sure to get real accurate with it. You use hold the shift key down for this. I'm still getting that ridiculous. Don't like that one, but well, they're really good bridges. If I click it off there and now try and complete it. They don't like the look of that. That looks ugly. If it was only just very narrow either side of the rail, I could cope with that. Even that looks terrible. I just pull that to there now. A Mickey Mouse way to go about it. Now I could live with that. I could dress it up. Smooth it up a bit. No, we don't want a lighthouse here. Not exactly what I wanted, but I could pretty it up somehow. Sure, that's not what they intend us to do now, is it? It's not where I wanted it. Now, can I flatten it all out again? Well, I want to make the track look nice and pretty later. I don't really want those daggy bits around there. You used to do that. You used to have that problem. Oh, that fixed it. Yeah, a little bit disappointing, but what can I do with this? Why do they change it? And I need a Lyco. Oi. Roll down here. I'm actually thinking. That's why I'm a little bit silent. Boy, there's some ugly trains here, aren't there? What else is British? What's wrong with that one? Cargo type, what would you say? That one's able to handle refined oil as well. Probably will. Come back to these dudes again. They don't hold very much, do they? Capacity 3. That was capacity 5. Yeah, so I go 4. So that's a bit faster and a little bit more carrying of. Must do an American rail one day. Get used to the EMD. I've actually never done one. I really just wanted to test. Mainly, I wanted to do this to go after watching the expertise of Colonel Failure. Well, it's not him. I mean, he was doing a review on the map, and the map is absolutely phenomenal. Big depots and just the aesthetics of it, you know, just looks so brilliant. So I thought, well, why don't I try? And here I'm very trying. It's getting along reasonably well. 113 kilometres an hour, which is not really very fast at all. Probably about getting up towards 70 miles an hour, which sounds fast. What's going on here? Rubbed off the street for some reason. Yeah, so that's what this is about. This is the first of them. So I'll keep tootling along, and now when I haven't turned any my HUD's on, big on. Now I've got them all on. The map sort of looks good when you turn stuff off, but then it's confusing as to what's where. And anyway, that's it. Either subscribe to sort of when I do the next ones and follow up. I'm more curious to see how the computer would handle all the mods running. Yeah, so that's it. How far we got? How many towns are we hooked up? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2. 3, 4 towns. It took a bit of working out in my head to you sort of used to, you know, without the mods, you know, doing that. When I've watched, you know, the guys who are good on the Bruce Rail, they're pretty particular about which way these trains are run. I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well at least give it a whirl. It's going to be an interesting town. Well, it's not a big deal because I never put a station in the town. I'd normally build it out because it would get all that emissions nonsense after a while. Whoa, look at that. Oh, you can't have them both at the same time. What's not residential in the middle of my... Oh, it just says there's a piece of dirt, doesn't it? Let's build some buildings, regardless of what's sitting there. You might. Let's say Queensland state government probably just took the land for the Olympic Games or something stupid. Confiscated it. It wouldn't surprise me if they did that. We're going to have the Olympic Games and we can't afford them. And in the middle of COVID, the Premier is going to flit off to Japan to try and win the thing to hold the games. I'm thinking, why do we need? We only just held it. The Commonwealth Games, still haven't paid for those yet. Trying to figure out all the jobs we were supposed to get. That's about. I mean, if I'm the, I might get rid of that yet because it's going to have residential growing up in the middle. It's sort of a bit crazy. I didn't know there's a town called Balaclava in Australia. Well, this is not a real Australia, is it? How on earth would you say that? Well, you wouldn't. You can't get your tongue around it. What other ridiculous names have we got here? We can handle that one. Bunbury, I've never heard of Bunbury. I'm not sure that's a proper one. I think there's a place called Bachelor. That was where a few years back there was a beacon field down at Tasmania where there was a mine collapse and some of the guys got out alive. My wife used to live in a place called Dee down in Sydney. Morford Vale. Anyway, how many towns have I got on here? About 16 or something. Anyway, that's it. As you can tell, I'm getting real enthusiastic at this point. It's actually quite late, so I'm going to give you an idea how late it is. Goodness me. Well, it's now tomorrow, so I'm going to go to bed. Well, I'm Gordon Pilch and I'm saying good night. Or good morning. Either thumbs up or thumbs down and subscribe or whatever you want to do. Let's close that and say good night. See ya.